Yo, how's it going everyone? It's me, it's Jinsula. I hope you're having a good day and welcome to today's Pokemon Go video. Alright, so over the past couple of days, Niantic released a couple of teaser videos on their social media pages, and they seemingly hint at some upcoming content in Pokemon Go. The first video was talking about the next Community Day Pokemon, and the other was in relation to Pokemon Go Fest. More specifically, what Legendary is going to be featured this year. Let's first talk about the Community Day video. So, they featured this video showing a leaf sticking out of a bush, and you could hear the cry for Bellsprout, which tells us that the next Community Day on April 20th is going to be featuring this Pokemon. I'm really excited about that, even though Bellsprout has had its shiny form in Pokemon Go for the longest time. I do think there's a lot of gameplay implications behind Vileplume getting a Community Day move. I mean, think about Walrein when it received its Community Day. It basically became the very top Pokemon within the Great League and even the Ultra League. And I think the same can be said for Vileplume if it gets a really good move. This Pokemon is already a menace within the Go Battle League, especially its shiny form, and I really like the prospects of it getting a Community Day move that will elevate it to top tier. That's definitely going to spice things up. As of right now, the Go Battle League meta has been pretty healthy. I think it's actually been the best that it's ever been. And I think the introduction of Vileplume with a brand new Community Day move is definitely going to shake things up. I think right now there's very little counters for Pokemon like Gligar and Lantern, and maybe with Vileplume, if it gets a really good move, could definitely make those Pokemon worry. We'll really have to see what impact this Pokemon will have on the Go Battle League once it receives a Community Day move, but overall, I'm really excited about it. On top of that, Vileplume is a very cool shiny, and the Shadow form is easily accessible right now because Bellsprout is the default for Decoy Grunt battles. So if you have Super Rocket Radars, make sure you're skipping out on battling Giovanni and looking for those Decoy Grunts, because that's how you get Shadow Bellsprout. And yeah, make sure you get those Shadow Bellsprout ready because we're going to be getting a Bellsprout Community Day. At least that's what Niantic is teasing. I do think that by the time you watch this video, we're actually going to get some concrete info regarding this Community Day, like what that Community Day move is going to be. And I am looking forward to it. I really do think Bellsprout is a very good choice, especially when it comes to Community Days. It's definitely going to draw a lot of hype. Now, this was obviously not the only teaser video that they released over the past couple of days. There was another teaser video that was hinting at the release of NECROZMA at this year's Pokemon Go Fest. I think that's really cool, and it's something really exciting for Pokemon Go players. And it's something that was a long time coming. I don't know if you remember, but at the very end of 2022, they actually teased the release of NECROZMA. Maybe it was actually 2021. Whichever was that Go Fest where we saw a whole bunch of Ultra Beasts, at the very end of it, Niantic released a video teasing that NECROZMA was going to be coming to Pokemon Go. But for the past year and a half, we got nothing. Like, it was basically all about Primal Reversions and Mega Rayquaza for the past year, and we really haven't seen anything related to Ultra Beasts or NECROZMA. But finally, it looks like this is the year where we're going to be seeing the release of this Pokemon. I predict that this year's Pokemon Go Fest is going to be all about the legendary Pokemon Solgaleo and Lunala, as well as NECROZMA. I think it would be completely on theme. Last year, it was all about Mega Rayquaza, but this year, it looks like it's going to be all about these Pokemon. There's going to be a lot of Alola related stuff this year, and I think it's going to be really good. The release of NECROZMA is definitely going to shake things up because this is a very powerful Pokemon, at least within the mainstream games. And I think when it comes to Pokemon Go, there's a lot of interesting things behind this Pokemon. It could be a really solid raid attacker, and it could possibly be a really good Pokemon for the Master League. We really do not know at this current moment, but it is still really exciting getting another powerful legendary Pokemon within the mix. And it's been widely speculated within the Pokemon Go community, but I actually think we are going to be getting Solgaleo and Lunala as raid bosses during this year's Pokemon Go Fest. It's definitely going to drive a lot of players to purchase the Raid Lovers ticket, and I do think it's definitely going to make the events feel a lot more special, because as of right now, the only way to get Lunala and Solgaleo is by evolving Cosmog, and I think a lot of players were kind of unhappy about that. People want 100% IV, IVs of these two particular Pokemon, especially Solgaleo, because that Pokemon is really good within the Master League, but it is definitely dependent on how high your IVs are. So the opportunity at getting a 100% IV Solgaleo from raids is definitely going to draw a lot of excitement. I think this year's Pokemon Go Fest is definitely going to be a home run. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Let me know your thoughts regarding these two teaser videos down below. What are your thoughts on a Bellsprout Community Day? What move do you think it will get? Let me know down below, and let's have a great discussion. And also talk about the teaser video for NECROZMA as well. What do you think about that? Yeah, it's some really exciting stuff happening in Pokemon Go right now, and I think it's going to be a really good summer. And thank you so much for making it to this point in the video. If you ended up enjoying it, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if it's your first time here. And also don't forget that little bell so you can stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. And I want to give a quick shout out to every single patron on my Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support the Jinsula channel, the absolute best way to do so is by becoming a paid patron on my Patreon. If you do so, you will get a permanent spot on my in-game Pokemon Go friends list. So when it comes to remote raid invites or the friendship system, if you want to interact with me, the best way you could do so is by becoming a patron. So definitely go to my Patreon page and check all of that out. And if you want to support my channel in a different way that doesn't involve spending money, it's completely free to follow me on social media. My handle is @Jinsula, and I'm on the platforms that you see on screen. And yeah, with that said, that's going to be it. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you all later.